Hello, my name is Dale, and I just wanted to do this quick video on the Avengers time travel rules. So, if you hadn't seen the movie, you might want to click off now. And three, two, one, and here we go. So, in the movie, what they wanted you to do was throw out the Back to the Future theory in all movies, similar to it, in this one point that you could go back, change an event in your past, then you will come up and affect your future. Whereas you can see, you cannot change your past. I got this infinity line, no pun intended, that your timeline cannot be changed no matter what you do. So if you take your 2023 person, go back to 2005, whatever you do would not affect your 2023 life. Actually, your 2023 is now your past. The only thing you can do is either you can stay there and live in that past as your future self, or you can help that person in 2005 better their situation. And at that moment, as you can see at the bottom, you create alternate timelines. So alternate timelines begin. Now, in the movie, when Bruce goes to see the ancient one in the past, he asks her for the stone, the time stone, and she said no. And he was like, "But our future, my future, needs it. It's in disarray." And she was like, "Yeah, but if I give it to you, you're gonna mess up uh, my presence." So she draws this line, and she has all the stones in this line. I don't know if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And she's like, "If you pull out this stone, then you create havoc in my presence. Like, forget what you're going to do. You're going to make me go through a whole bunch of stuff." And it wasn't, then Banner comes back and say, "But yeah, if you put the time stone in its rightful place, then everything will go back to normal in your time frame. Nothing changes." And so it wasn't until she said, to Banner says, "Then why did, Doctor Strange give Thanos the stone willingly?" And that's when she knew, okay, I can trust you to do that. So I just wanted to give you that thought, and maybe this will help you enjoy the movie better. So once again, you cannot change your past. You can go live in a different time frame. As you can see, Cap, as he put the stones back at the end of the movie, he went and lived in an alternate time frame. And in that time frame, he lived out his life to that exact moment and came back to the bench. Now, if you paid attention in the movie, wherever you left with the time machine, you came back to that exact point in the time machine. Now, I know people are going to say, well, what about when Thanos came to the future? Well, as you saw, they made a point of reference that 2014 Gamera, I mean Nebula, opened up the time porter. So they came through and destroyed, the Avengers place. So that was a slight difference. But everywhere else, wherever they left, wherever they was beamed out, they was beamed back to that point. And as you can see at the end, Cap, he was sitting on the bench. That means he lived out that whole timeline. And I know people say, well, that's 100 years or whatever. Well, remember he has the serum in his body, so I don't know at what point does the serum runs out. So that's a food for thought. And then also, they made it a point that you saw that 2023 Nebula killed her 2014 self. 2023 Nebula was still in existence. And so in Back to the Future, that would have pretty much erased your future because you killed your old self. So they made a point of showing that. And also they made a point that um, Gamora, 2014 Gamora, is out there living in the future timeline. So they was establishing that you can live in different timelines. Now, at some point, um, it's inevitable that she dies. So that they made a point that it can't be erased. And Thanos kept saying, "I am inedible." He made a point of saying that they can't undo what I did, but they can only correct the results of what happened. So I think that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. So that was kind of some of the things. So the main thing is your timeline cannot be changed. Now you can go back and live in another different time zone if you like, but your 2023 will be your past. So anyhow, if you had a different theory, hit that uh, hit me in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. And one last thing that I noticed around the web is that people was wondering what happens with Thanos being evaporated out of 2023 when Tony snapped his fingers and all his armies. Well, they just literally go back to their timeline anyway. So it's kind of inevitable that he will go back to his timeline. So like I said, all that was an alternative branch for him. So anyway, all right, thanks.